Good morning, everyone, and happy World Soil Day. And prepare to launch the Mud Python. Good morning, Costa the Garden Gnome.
Good morning, Scrap Boy. Good morning, everyone. What a beautiful day to wake up to. I feel like this is the best day on my calendar. World Soil Day, the 5th of December. And I could not be happier, Scrap Boy. I have compost, I have soil, I have humus, I have been out collecting and digging in the garden. I am happy.
Well, I've heard you sing it in the song before, Costa. You are happy as a little pig in mud. I am. I wanted to share with everyone. I've got a special guest this morning joining us for our StreamYard. This is Josie the chicken. She also happens to love soil.
Hello, Josie.
I just had to. Good morning, everyone. And hello to all of our Mudster chefs. Thank you so much for joining us on World Soil Day.
Champions, we're ready.
I'm having a visit up on Turrbal and Yagara country. Costa, where's the Costavator dropped you off today? Where are you dialing in from?
Scrap Boy, the Costavator dropped me off down on Gadigal land and Biddigal land of the Eora down here in Sydney because I am out and about doing World Soil Day things. And I thought I can't miss this chance to meet our families for the first time and to celebrate today.
Awesome. Well, we would love to know where all of our Mudster chefs are dialing in from for World Soil Day. So if you're in the stream, jump into the comments and let us know where you're coming from. We, of course, acknowledge the traditional custodians of all of the lands from which we're streaming today as the original carers for our soil and for our planet. And we're very excited to be here with you today and pledging our support for the planet through our Mud Python and through the Good Empire app. Hi, KJL. Hi, Amelia from Tasmania.
Hello, Amelia.
Yes, Costa the Garden
all the way down there in Tassie. Wow, we've got people coming in from all over the country. Isn't that exciting?
Beautiful.
And you know, Scrap Boy, did you know that World Soil Day was created by the UN and it started back in 2013. So this is the 8th year of World Soil Day, and it was first proposed by the Union of Soil Scientists back in 2002, and they worked and said, we're going to have a day that celebrates soil. And for 10 years they worked and they got it, and now we're almost been going for 10 years. And it's just wonderful to have a day where we can put all our energy and focus onto the stuff that we stand on, because we're walking on soil, we're living on soil, we go to school on soil, we go to work on soil. Everything is built on soil. So it couldn't be more important as a day.
I could not agree more. Hello, everyone who's just joined us on the StreamYard. You've just joined Josie the chicken, Costa the Garden Gnome, and Scrap Boy. We're here. We're here for World Soil Day and to launch the Mud Python, all a part of the Dirt Girl World's first challenge and project with Good Empire. So we're really excited to have all of our testers with us. Hey, Costa the Garden Gnome, I wonder, the stuff that you've got in your screen there, is that for your chickens or for the Mud Pie Bake Off that we're about to launch?
Well, actually, Scrap Boy, let me show you. I'll show you a bit close up. I'll just turn the camera around.
While Costa's doing that, Josie, Lexi says hello. Lexi, I think, is one of your chicken friends who's somewhere in the StreamYard world. How
really?
Exciting. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know how Lexi's typed, maybe using her beak. Here's Josie. See if Josie can type.
So, Scrap Boy, these, as much and all as I know my chickens would like some of this, what I've done is go out this morning and I've collected ingredients that I will be able to use to decorate my mud pie. I have got flowers. These are pea flowers. I've got different leaves because they have different colors and textures. Look at that one. I've got flowers. This is a nice yellow flower. I've got fishbone fern because I like the texture of that one. I've got of course twigs and branches, and I've got red leaves. I've got purple leaves that are purple underneath, which will give nice texture. I've even got some sand, so I can sprinkle that on the top to get some shapes. I've got brown leaves. I've got white flowers in there, and here I've got some more purple leaves. These are pink flowers. So there's so many things around us. I went out into the garden, Scrap Boy, and I think it took me what took me more time was to find all my containers to put 10 different things, because I thought I'm going to get 10 ingredients. And you know what? I ended up with 13 because I couldn't stop. I was too excited. And that was like, I was like, oh, come on. We're going to see everyone soon. Just 10 things will be enough. So yeah, it's good. There's so much around us. And to all you boys and girls, you don't have to go far in the garden to find all the ingredients you need.
Could not agree more, Costa the Garden Gnome. And hello, Laura and Esther, both dialing in from Ballarat. Zoe's joining us from Queensland. We are so excited to have you all here with us to help launch our first Good Empire project. Now, I am obviously not dressed in my normal Scrap Boy backyard getup. Today, I am Scrap Boy the Mudster Chef, Costa, and it is my pleasure to launch our Mud Pie-a-thon. So how does it all work? Well, it's World Soil Day, and we are very happy to announce that with the Good Empire team, we are going to try, with your help, our Mudster Chef testers, to make mud pies over the next 7 days to help us to plant trees. So I've got a question. Who is in their backyard right now and has already got themselves a mud pie kitchen set up? Some of you may have a mud pie kitchen. Jump on the chat and let me know if you have a mud pie kitchen. As you know, Costa the Garden Gnome has been very busy this morning collecting some ingredients. I actually have an unexpected ingredient. Josie is sitting in my my mud pie mixing bowl. I'm not going to put her in a mud pie this morning, but maybe if a feather falls out, maybe I could put a feather into my mud pies. And I'd be keen to know who's already got a mud pie kitchen and who has been practicing their mud pie baking skills in the lead up to this grand launch of the Mud Pie-a-thon. So jump onto the chat and let us know.
Scrap Boy, I was just listening to what you were saying. And if there's one thing that I love in the world, and that's a first. And everyone with us today, you're part of a first. And I kind of think that that's special because we're all now part of a team that were the first ones to trial this. And sometimes being first can be a little bit scary because you're putting yourself out there. You're standing out from the crowd. But I'm here to say that Scrap Boy and I are by your side, and we are going to do this, and we have a bond forever because you'll always be able to say, I was at the first one. So thank you to your mums and dads, and thank you to all you girls and boys for stepping up, stepping out, and preparing for a Mudster Chef morning.
Nice.
I'm excited about this.
Alex and Will have got a mud pie kitchen. Laura's got a mud kitchen at Kinder. There've been people all over the country practicing in preparation for this, as you say, Costa the Garden Gnome world first. But the good news is, wherever you are coming from, you do not need a purpose-built mud kitchen. Not at all.
No.
You are going to need a few simple things to participate in this mud pie-a-thon, helping each of us to prepare 5 mud pies to help raise awareness for reforestation and hopefully get 100 trees planted. So we're going to be supporting Planet Ark and the Seedling Bank project if we can meet this challenge of the Mud Pie-a-thon. So the first thing you're going to need is... No, that's Josie the chicken. You don't need Josie the chicken. You are going to need a mixing device. And today I brought my trusty mud pie pan. So that's the first thing you'll need. The next thing you're going to need is something with which to stir. And as Costa intimated earlier, you are going to need your mud pie ingredients. Now, Costa, I don't know whether you like to use sand, soil, and water, but my tip is the best mud pies have all got the best consistency. And a good consistency is 1 part soil, 1 part sand, and 1 part water. Do you have a tip on what sort of mixture you like to use, Costa the Garden Gnome?
Yeah, Scrap Boy, I'm loving the sound of your recipe because, you know, recipes are things that we can share. And once you create a recipe that you like, the most important thing is to get your pen and write down those proportions so that then you can go back and do it again. But then I say that some of you might be one of those types of chefs that just goes, oh, a little bit of this and then a little bit of that, and I'll put a bit of this and I'll mix it up until it feels right. And then when it's right, I know. But I think early on, it's good to keep a bit of a measure so that you don't end up with too sloppy or so dry that it falls apart. You need it not too wet, not too dry, but just right, so that when you go like this, and look at this, Scrap Boy. Oh, this feels so good. When I go like that, look at how it's holding together. And this is a mixture of 2 parts soil, 1 part worm castings, 1 part compost, and 1/4 part sand to give it that little bit of grittiness. And look how it holds together, Scrap Boy. And I don't have a mud pie kitchen, but I got a table, and it's a smooth table. And then I can go like this. And there it is. There's the beginning of, well, that's almost like a pikelet or a pancake. But here's the test. Here is the big test, Scrap Boy. Have a look. Will it come off? Yes. There's my first demonstration mud pie. And look at the textures in there.
Costa the Garden Gnome, Josie is absolutely loving this. She has her eyes on that mud pie as though that might be her breakfast snack.
Yeah,
that is one of the fanciest mud pie recipes I've ever heard, Costa the Garden Gnome. But trust you, worm wee and worm poo into your mud pie. I'm not going to do anything that fancy. I'm going to just be using my doser, and I'm going to be going 2 parts soil to 1 part water. So if you are in your backyard or in your mud kitchen, I would encourage you to get your mud pie mix ready, and let's see if we can get that consistency looking good like Costa's. So I'm going to pop in 2 parts soil, and then I'm going to grab, oh, excuse me, Josie, coming through, 1 part water. In it goes. And this is the fun part, right? You get to use your hands and get grubby. Or
I'm
as we
loving
like to say,
boy.
Get soily on World Soil Day. Now, Costa, you hit on something really important. Consistency is key. This is a mud pie-a-thon, not a mud milkshake-a-thon, not a mud cake-a-thon, not a slop-a-thon. No. We are making mud pies to help grow forests. So the key is consistency. Now, what do you think? I think that there, way too sloppy. I'm going to need some more soil. All right, Josie, can you pass me up some dirt, please? No, she's gone off. She's having a little forage in the soil this morning. Okay, so here's the challenge. From sunrise today, on World Soil Day, December 5 to sundown in 1 week's time, all of our Mud Pie-a-thon Muds to Chef testers are going to try and make 5 mud pies each. That's a pretty big ask. 5 each, okay? And if our Muds to Chefs in their mud pie kitchens and backyards right around the country can come up with the perfect consistency and make 5 mud pies each, the Dirt Girl World crew will help to support the Planet Ark Seedling Bank project to not just provide 100 little seedlings for trees, but to care for them until they grow into massive, giant trees. Together, we're going to change the world and help to reforest Australia. How cool is that, Costa the Garden Gnome?
Scrap Boy, can I say the most important thing that you said in there was all of it, right? It was all important.
Yes.
But
thank you.
there was one bit that was just a little bit more important, because it's one thing to plant a tree, but the most important thing we want is for the tree to survive. And it's not just about saying, let's plant hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them willy-nilly and then go away and just cross our fingers. What's happening with this project is that each one of those trees will get some care, some follow-up care, so that they know, and you know as a mud pie baker, that your 5 pies that are supporting one tree, that support is all about the maintenance, to make sure there's a tree guard around it, to make sure it gets some water in that first few weeks until it gets settled and says, okay, I'm home. This is my place. My roots are going down. I'm finding, I'm old enough now to survive on my own. So I'm really, the thing that I'm most pleased about is that it's not just the planting. It's actually that early maintenance. And that's why this project is all about really doing it properly, so that your trees will grow from seedlings into trees. So yeah, that was the best bit that I heard, Scrap Boy.
Thanks, Costa the Garden Gnome. Everyone, by the way, if you haven't got hands like this, you're probably not doing mud pies correctly. Just a quick tip. Now, on the screen right now, we are sharing our Good Empire friends. They've got a message, and it is, our mission is to gather, unite, and empower an empire. That's us. We are the empire of good humans to help save the fabulous world. Now, there might be some grown-ups out there on the StreamYard who are joining us as Muds to Chefs who notice that we here at Dirt Girl World have our very own reworded Good Empire slogan, and that's it right now on screen. So rest assured, Good Empire are our good friends, and together our mission is to gather, unite, and empower an empire of good humans. That's you, Costa the Garden Gnome, and me, and everyone watching, to help save the fabulous world. Okay, now I've just got a text here, not on the tin can, because I'm using the tin can to actually dose up my mud pies, but some of you may have noticed that Dirt Girl is actually not here with us this morning. It's something that we should probably explain. Costa the Garden Gnome, have you been getting lots of rain down on your country where you're visiting at the moment? Because up here in Queensland on Turrbal and Niagara lands, there's been so much water around lately. And I know down in Dirt Girl World on Bundjalung country, there has been so much water that Dirt Girl wasn't able to make it online this morning, because last night I have a feeling the satellite dish might have blown off in a big storm. So she can text. I'm getting texts from her, and she wanted to tell everyone that she's really sorry she can't be here. And she, once she gets the chickens under control and she scoops a bit of water out of the chook pen, she's going to be mud pie baking as well.
Yeah, I think, Scrap Boy, what happened, I was looking in the video camera, because it sends me a feed while I'm traveling in the Costavator. It sends me a feed of Dirt Girl World, so I know what you're up to or what Dirt Girl's up to. But you know what happened? I think the satellite dish filled up, and it's now a frog pond. And
that's what it was.
The frogs are very happy, but it's created some problems with the signal for Dirt Girl, because I think the frogs are jamming the network. But look, that's okay. You know,
we will be
Dirt
okay.
Girl's here with us. Yep.
She certainly is. Oh, by the way, if you do have an apron, they're pretty good because you can do this while you're making your mud pies. Okay, now I forgot. As the Mudster chef, I have to give you all the rules. Now you know the time frame. Oh, thanks, Amelia. This is going to be the best fun, and thank you for being here. So between sunrise today and obviously sun is up, fun's out, all the way until sundown this time next week for World Soil Day, you all have to commit to baking 5 mud pies. Not mud milkshakes, not mud donuts, 5 mud pies. And if we can complete this challenge together, if we can unite as an empire of good humans to do this, Dirt Girl World will help to provide 1 tree for every 5 mud pies. So if we make 500 mud pies together with Planet Ark and the Seedling Bank Project, we will have 100 little seedlings planted and cared for until they grow into huge, big, beautiful trees. Now, mud pies must be pies, cannot be milkshakes, donuts, or cakes. Second
muffins?
Rule,
no muffins.
No muffins. Yes, Dirt Girl. Thank you. Minimum size. Now, bread and butter plate, or if you have a tape measure, 13 centimeters minimum diameter. I'm going for slightly bigger cakes. There is no maximum limit on how big your mud pies can be. This is an old pot saucer, and I'm going to be making my 5 mud pies on this. The only other rule is that to prove, and that's almost a pun, Costa the Garden Gnome, because to bake a cake, you have to prove.
Boom. I got that, Scrap Boy. I got that. It was not missed.
Good. You have to prove that you have completed your 5 mud pies in time, and you can do that 2 ways. The first thing that I recommend you do is get your grown-up to jump on their smartphone, and you're going to need to create a user profile like I have in the Good Empire app. Now, I think we might be clever enough to share the link to the app stores. So there's the Google App Store and the Apple App Store. If you search Good Empire, you can download the brand new Good Empire app. As Costa said, world first. We are being piloters or testers on this new Good Empire app. So you can jump onto the Apple App Store or the Google App Store and download that app. So that's the first step. Then you need to create a user profile and a username. And once you are logged in, you will be able to join our very exciting world first exclusive Mud Pie-a-thon private challenge. That's where we are right now. And you can send as many videos as you want to us through that Good Empire app. That's how you can report your progress. We'll pop the Google Store link on the feed right now. You can also take photographs and send them to us using our Facebook page, and you can send as many photographs as you want. In fact, I encourage it. We want to see your mud pie progress. Okay, so I think that's time, Costa. Is there anything else that I've forgotten? I'll just text Dirt Girl and see if she's got any other tips, see if I've forgotten anything else.
You know what I want to say,
she'll come back to us in a second.
Boy, is the good thing about good thing about Good Empire, Empire being all of us, is that it's a place and it's a chance. So this Mud Pie Bake Off is a chance for all of us as a family, but then all of us as part of the group to do things that matter. And what we're doing for World Soil Day is something that matters for the soil. And when we look after the soil, that means we catch water, we grow shade, we grow food and biodiversity for insects and birds and all our wildlife. So when we do something that matters together, then we're not feeling like we're alone and wondering, well, how can I make a difference? And I think that's really the essence. That's really what the Good Empire is all about, bringing everyone together to do something that matters. And today we're doing it for this stuff, which is the soil. And when we look after the soil, history tells us that the soil looks after us. So I think we need to push on here, Scrap Boy, to some more baking.
Okay, I think we should all have a collective empire countdown to launch this very exciting world first Mud Pie-a-thon Mudster Chef challenge. Okay, everyone, if you are ready, I want you to give me a thumbs up in the comments right now, and then we're going to collectively, what do you reckon? Should we count down the traditional 10 back to 1, Costa,
I think
to officially
I
open
think
the
so.
Mud Pie-a-thon?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Let's get a couple of those thumbs up there. If you've got a thumbs up, we want to see it in the chat so we can see that you are ready to party, ready to bake off. Okay, thumbs up. Here we go. Prepare. Mudster Chef testers. 10,
9,
8, 7,
7,
6,
5,
4,
3,
2, 1.
1.
Get baking, Mudster Chefs. Okay, so
That's it.
I want to see your photos coming through on our Facebook page. You can message me at Scrapboy or Dirt Girl or at Dirt Girl World. And don't forget, you must get that Good Empire app. Remember, it's a brand new app, and together we're going to test it out. And if you do discover something that doesn't work so well, why not message us on Facebook or tell our friends at the Good Empire team, because together we're going to work, unite, and make this entire project perfect. Okay, so
Scrapboy,
if there's anything you notice, let us know. Yes, Costa the Garden Gnome.
just before we go, I just thought I'll show everyone I'll show everyone my ingredients again, so
Great.
that people can think about what they can find. Look, here's some dried leaves. Here's some twigs. Look at these nice twigs, because twigs make a nice pattern. I've also got here some mulch, which you can arrange the little wood chips nicely. There's flowers of all different colors. Oh, look at you mixing, Scrapboy. You are such a professional chef. I can see you on Mudster Chef. No, you will be the 2021 champion. There's pea flowers. Then think about texture. These are furry leaves, a bit like my beard, and they're purple, and they're different to these ones, which are green leaves. And these green leaves have a vein, but these green leaves are what they call variegated. They've got yellow through them, so you can start to play with color and the texture of the fishbone fern, the flowers here, smaller flowers. Then you can use sand. I've got red leaves and more green leaves. So that's just some of them. And I think the most exciting thing for me, Scrapboy, is I can't wait to see what sort of ingredients people have in their
mixes. I completely agree. Everyone, I just wanted to share, this was a mud pie I baked yesterday. To proof your mud pies, I recommend you leave them on your display plate. Remember, it's a minimum bread and butter size, 13 centimeters. And this one here has actually turned more into a mud pie cake than a pie. So I'm going to have to pop that one back in the batter here, and I'll mix it up and use that. Costa, I also wanted to share one little secret ingredient that I'm going to add in is a bit of straw. I'm going to pop a bit of straw in for some interesting texture. Hey, Dirt Girl would love to finish with a song. I would love to finish with a song. Did we end up getting onto Penny, by the way, from World Soil Day? I'm not sure. Dirt Girl might be able to have a look at that while we're mixing up our batter here. But should we have a little song while we all do a bit of mixing up? Let's do it. I reckon we should find a nice song to share.
I'm a nature detective,
an explorer, a spy,
on a mission to discover
what walks, what flies.
Look up,
Look down, look all around. Don't stand,
don't shout.
be on the lookabout, on a walkabout.
I'm a nature detective,
An explorer, a spy.
on my mission to discover.
What walks, what glides.
Look here,
Look there, look absolutely everywhere. Sneak about,
sniff about. be on the lookabout.
On a walkabout.
La 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 la.
Walking in the garden.
La 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 la.
Walking in the garden. I can see so many things around me.
Walking in the garden.
I can see so many things around me. Crawling in the garden. I can see so many things around me.
Squirming in the garden.
I can see so many things around me. Flying in the garden.
Ants on a munch about.
Bugs on a crawl about.
Birds on a flap about.
Frogs on a leap about. On a walkabout. Nature walkabout.
Ants on a munch about. Ants on a munch about.
Bugs on a crawl about.
Bugs on a crawl about. Birds on a flap about. Birds on a flap about. I'm on a walkabout.
On a walkabout. On a walkabout. On a walkabout.
Hope you enjoyed that, everyone. That was Nature Walkabout. And of course, if you need to collect some ingredients, you might like to go for a nature walkabout on this World Soil Day to help you prepare your mud pies, all part of the Mud Pie-a-thon, the Good Empire Challenge, to help our community plant and grow 100 trees with the Planet Ark Seed Bank project. Oh, we do, Dirt Girl. Well done. So we've got a special message now from our friend Penny, who is our soil advocate. Tuning in to Penny.
Thank you for supporting World Soil Day. It's a day to raise awareness for everybody in the community of the importance of soil, to recognise just how fundamentally important it is to preserve life on Earth. Management of our soils, protecting our soils and soil health is going to be one of the keys to addressing the big global challenges of food security and of adapting to a changing climate. The UN summed it up really well when they adopted the resolution establishing World Soil Day. The words were, "Soils constitute the foundation for agricultural development, essential ecosystem function and food security. Soils are a key to sustaining life on Earth." The passion that so many people feel about soils, the gardening community, the farming community, the soil scientists, but I want to see that passion spread further. Thank you for the commitment you have made to celebrate this important day. All of us have a shared responsibility not only to raise awareness of the importance of soils, but to spread the word that this is an absolutely precious, vital, natural asset that we have to maintain and restore, not only for our generation, but for the generations to come.
Thanks so much, Penny. I am seeing so many great comments come through. Everyone is getting into their mud pie baking, Costa. So just to recap, we have 7 days to bake our 5 mud pies. Stay in touch on the Good Empire app. And of course, send as many photos and messages as you want on our Facebook page. Costa, happy World Soil Day. Hey, I know this is probably stretching the friendship, but do you reckon we should share one more of our favourite music videos before we wrap up this awesome world first launch on World Soil Day?
Scrap Boy, it's funny you should mention that, because generally in my world, there's always room for song and dance. And when baking, I believe one should bake and dance and sing at the same time. So I am ready, Scrap Boy. Push the button. I'm ready to dance.
Okay, hang on. No. That's too easy. I want to see who out there wants to dig as well as bake and dance. Give me a yes or a we want to dig if you want to dig. Get mixing. Oh, let's just do it. I'm pretty sure we know the answer. Hit it, Dirt Girl. We'll see
Yeah.
you soon, everyone.
Bye,
Enjoy
everyone.
this.
Happy baking.
Happy Worlds.
Today is the perfect day for just dreaming in the sun. There's daffodils in my garden. There's something for everyone. But I know that dreaming all day, it doesn't get the gardening done. I've got to dig it. Come on and dig it. I wanna dig it. Dig, 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 dig it. Today is the perfect day for just dreaming in the sun. There's strawberries in my garden. There's something for everyone. But I know that dreaming all day, it doesn't get the gardening done. I've got to dig it. Come on and dig it. I wanna dig it. Dig, 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 dig it. Grab your spade and let's get digging. Oh, oh, this is thirsty work. Dig it. Come on and dig it. Dig, 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 dig it. Dig, 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 dig it. Dig, 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 dig it. Dig, 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 dig it.
See you later, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in and being a part of this world first Mud Pie-a-thon launch for Good Empire. Stay in touch over the next 7 days, and we cannot wait to see your delicious mud pies.